You know, I really, really do love the SH MonsterArts line. Truly I do, and that is not sarcasm. But unfortunately, sometimes you are the man who burst on May 1st, and then other times you are the PS4 controller that he burst on. Got a curve there, that's the point. Let's go. Dragon Ball, horror, kaiju, and more. Steven's Toy Reviews. Hey collectors, it's going to be Steven here, and yeah, you can tell that I'm a bit disappointed. I just unboxed the new, is this light even on? Yeah, it is. The 20th anniversary edition SH MonsterArts Rathalos here, and I was real happy with this. I was really looking forward to this because we got a fireball effect, which, yes, honestly, that was pretty much the reason why I was really stoked for this. I'll jump to the chase here. The reason why I have it upside down is because that's the way it looks most naturally, I would think, for what I got. Mine's curved, not like it really matters, because you can heat it up and you can straighten it out, right? Like that makes more sense. But anyway, yoink! All right. So with this guy, I open him up out of the box. I'll roll the B-roll footage that I have. I noticed one of the big issues is going to be his right wing. It was detached out of the box. You know, my typical pause, see what falls off that I normally do, at least with the Godzilla stuff, right? And, you know, I took him off camera for a second because, you know, it's hard to walk and chew gum at the same time. I didn't think it was that big of an issue. It popped off again later on in the recording. Again, didn't think it was that big of an issue. Then I noticed that this middle wing plate, that one actually had some movement to it. And I'm like, huh, that's weird that I can move it a bit, you know, maybe tilting as far as I can remember from the original Rathalos. But, it has moved. Nope. That ball joint sheared off in the socket at some point. And that's got a crack in it. It's got a hairline crack. So right out of the box, I've got two problems. Now, that's not including, I did fix this up, which is kind of dumb because I can show you the B-roll footage. For both of them, the front wing plate here was loosey-goosey. So I did take my floor polish with Future in it to tighten this up because I thought I would actually be able to use this as an action figure from here on out, but that really is not going to be the case. So what do we have here? Well, we basically have a colossal quality control failure because while I was letting this dry, right, you can see that the plate is missing from here. The way that I had it sit was literally so there was no pressure on this wing plate and it cracked off. So one of the things that we're going to zoom in on here real quick is something that I've been preaching for years now, and I don't know why companies still continue to use it. I don't know. Maybe it's because people like to say that, you know, people who make videos on the internet don't know what they're talking about. Translucent plastic, and this is especially going to be one that suffers a lot of stress. Popping in, popping out. It's going to get bumped a whole lot. And then you have stuff like accidental drops and breaks where, you know, you're going to have the breakage, and that's just not cool because then when you do, and then when you have the stuff like the accidental drops and breakages in place, the glue, super glue really isn't really going to hold up. So now basically what we have here is a broken figure that I can no longer use. I did get this from HLJ. I already sent them a request for assistance prior to this wing plate being broken and sent in. So at this point, it really doesn't matter. I'm going to need to get product assistance because I have 3 breaks, not user error. So this is junk. I'm gonna need to get a replacement come hell or high water. So I know that was kind of an extreme situation here, but Why use translucent plastic on stuff that you know cannot withstand tension? Why bother doing that? Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really make any sense to do so, because you just know that stuff like that is going to happen, and you're going to have stuff that breaks. It just really doesn't make any sense to me that you would do such a dumb thing, especially making the whole piece out of translucent plastic. I should not be able to do that. Why am I able to do that? The whole thing is made of clear plastic. It just keeps getting more and more aggravating as I go. Like, this makes no sense to me why I can do this with something that is $160 at US retail. Why? Of course, someone isn't actually going to do that. I mean, this is a dud. Like, I'm going to need a replacement in some way, shape, or form. But this is infuriating, because if it happened to me, and I was very gentle with this out of the box, like, I've got the footage for this, what's going to happen to you or to somebody else who's new with this collecting? Like, they're going to be like, oh, hey, I have this swappable part, and then they drop it on accident because, I don't know, maybe they just get a random muscle spasm and the figure drops, or something bumps it off the shelf, or I don't know, we get that to happen, and you get the point. This is like, if Big Chap is a 10, this is an 8. Okay. So yeah, this is just my frustration here. It's kind of at a point where this is dumb, and I don't understand why the original release used black plastic. I just looked at my review. I don't have the original figure readily available. But yeah. This is stupid. I got so excited for this anniversary thing on an anniversary year of Monster Hunter. Whether or not they can help me is academic. I've got my ways. However, if you really want to get down to it, they did get the eyes right. Okay. One more point. I realized this in post. Somebody brought it up to me. You saw what I did to Rathalos here? Okay. You saw what I did to Big Chap? All right. Okay. Big Chap, albeit in storage, fully intact. Not a scratch on him. $160 compared to $50.